In a world where everyone says hello,
they dare to say.
Yeah. G'day.
Yeah, g'day.
Yeah, g'day!
Yeah, g'day. Yes. Good day. Yeah. G'day. Yeah. G'day. Yeah.
Day.
Yeah. Good day.
Wow, wow!
Yeah.
good day.
G'day. Hey. Yeah. G'day. Yeah. G'day, Tim.
Yeah, g'day, Leon.
Yeah. G'day, everyone.
Yeah, g'day, everyone.
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome
to Yeah. G'day.
Welcome to Yeah, g'day.
The complete guide to Australia.
Oh, yes. The land that is girt by sea and where we're all young and free.
Are those the lyrics?
Those
to
are
that song?
lyrics.
Yes.
To the Australian national anthem. And, of course, all Australian listeners would know that. And those international, now you do too.
You do know. And now let's all rejoice.
Yes.
An Advanced Australia Fair. Tim.
Yeah, hey, Leon.
Hello. Look, I've noticed that there's this really big issue in the world.
A huge issue.
I don't think enough Australians and definitely enough international people
That's the scientific name for them, is it? International people.
don't think they know enough about this country that we call Australia.
I don't think you can ever really know everything about Australia. It's an evolving discipline. It's a young country, isn't it? And things are always evolving and maturing. But there are some core facts. There are some real things out there that we can talk about.
There are some really important facts. There's some important foods. There's important animals, people, places, things, nouns,
Words in a line. Yes.
I think that it is our duty, nay, Tim, I think it is our birthright
Okay.
that you and I,
Perhaps a little too forward, but
that
yes.
you and I need to take everyone, every single person, mothers, children, fathers, anyone,
Yeah.
through the history and the facts and the culture of this wonderful country.
I think so too. We are the voice, and we're trying to understand it. This is our re-episode 1. We're launching back in, and we have, so much to tell you about Australia.
We're hitting it hard and we're hitting it fast. Now, Tim, I don't know about you, but I am always hungry.
Yeah, me too. It's a curse. It's a curse.
Constantly hungry. And the issue is that sometimes you want to just have one food that you can have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now,
Breakfast, lunch, and tea.
Yeah, breakfast, lunch, and tea.
Yeah.
Even.
That's a reference that people might get.
It's a lot to ask. It's a lot to ask.
It is a lot to ask.
There are a lot of foods that can't do this.
That's very true.
But, Tim, I think there's one food that really can do this.
Bananas.
No, not bananas.
Ah.
One more guess.
I don't know. What would be a really good subject for the first episode of Yeah G'day to explain Australia? Maybe Vegemite?
Vegemite.
Oh.
We are happy little Vegemites for breakfast, lunch, and tea.
Oh, yeah.
We all enjoy our Vegemite.
Don't sing it yet.
As bright can be.
No.
Vegemite, Tim.
Yes, Vegemite, Leon.
The greatest spread ever invented of all time.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Anyone that disagrees is a bad person and you should stop speaking to them.
I was going to say anyone that disagrees is probably American or British or something because they're not used to these delicious flavors that we provide.
Possibly. Do you know much about Vegemite?
Tim, I know a lot about eating Vegemite, but you know what? I've realized that I have a huge hole in my knowledge about Vegemite itself. Do you know about Vegemite?
Well, it's just so lucky because I spent a lot of time doing some research on Vegemite recently, just kind of out of the blue. I was just like, you know what? I need to know a lot about, and I've actually got some facts in front of me now. Wouldn't it be fun
Tim,
if I talked about it?
I can't do this excited stuff anymore. Oh God, Tim, please tell the world, tell the nation about Vegemite.
Well, look, for those who are not aware, which is probably not many people, really, Vegemite, as defined by the always trustworthy Wikipedia, is a thick, black Australian food spread from the leftover brewer's yeast extract with various vegetables and spice additives.
Oh, talk dirty to me.
What that means is it's a yeasty black food that you spread on your toast. Look, that's what it is. A lot of people who aren't Australian don't like the taste. A lot of people who are Australian actually don't like the taste as well. We call those people idiots.
Correct.
Look, Vegemite was developed originally by Cyril Percy Callister, delightful name, in Melbourne.
Oh, really?
in Victoria in 1922. It's very old. It's coming up on its 100. I mean, it was developed around then, but it wasn't quite released yet.
Yeah.
So in 1919, World War One,
Yep.
around that period, wasn't actually I think it was over by then, obviously.
I have no idea. I was looking at you. You have the history knowledge.
1914. Yeah, I think it was over. Anyway, so we were getting a lot of Marmite, which is a similar thing, if people are aware. Marmite,
Yeah, similar if you don't know how to taste things properly.
yeah, if you hate your taste buds, then Marmite's definitely similar.
Yep.
Look, we were importing it from Britain at the time. Australia, obviously, for those who aren't aware, was a British colony. We're all convicts.
Yep.
Not all of us, most of us.
us.
But we were importing it from over in Britain, and because of World War One, it kind of stopped. We didn't have that. So the company, I think they're called, what are they called here? Fred Walker & Co.
Right, okay.
hired Callister, gave him the task of developing a spread. Basically, it was a similar type to Marmite.
Yep.
Using the yeast being dumped by the breweries.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got some environmental sustainability going on.
Yeah,
here.
they're thinking, look, we've got all this leftover stuff here. We like beer. There's got to be something we can do here.
Yep.
So that's what they did. They got him on board, and he started developing it. So first thing they wanted to do was find a name for it. So they had a competition, as we seem to do in Australia for almost everything. We're like, oh, what are we going to call it? Let's just ask the public.
Ask the public.
With some terrible but hilarious outcomes a lot of the time.
Yep.
So they had a prize of £50, which at the time
shit.
was a large amount. In 2010, I don't know why I have the 2010 figure here.
Yeah, 7 years ago.
But it was the equivalent of about $3,500.
$3,500 to name
To name
spread.
Vegemite. Yeah.
I would take $50. Like, I would take just $50. Let alone three grand.
I'd do it for the honour
Oh,
and the sexual thrill.
I'd do it for the spirit of Australia.
Look, the Vegemite was actually selected out of a hat, which this seems weird. They do this competition to name it, but
Yep.
then they just select it out of a hat. But it was selected out of the hat by Fred Walker. That's the guy who owned the company. His
Freddie
daughter, Sheila, classic Australian
Oh my
name.
god, this story gets better and better.
It gets so Australian. And the winners were two local sisters, Hilda and Laurel Armstrong from Albert Park here in Victoria also.
Yes.
And those two girls became known as the Vegemite Girls for the rest of their lives.
Now, I love Vegemite, Tim. I fucking love Vegemite.
Yeah.
But you know what I wouldn't want to be known as for the rest of my life? the Vegemite Girls.
Yeah. Not an ideal name.
Hi, my name's Laurel. You're one of the Vegemite Girls. Yeah, I did that. Oh my god, it's the Vegemite Girls. Everyone, it's the Vegemite Girls. It's like, yes, we are the Vegemite Girls. We just wanted to come get a cup of tea. Do you want some Vegemite in it? No, thank you. I just want some tea.
It also has yeasty implications that I'm not comfortable with. Too far?
No,
Too
thank
much?
you. Tim.
Yes.
So that's the origins.
That's the origins.
That's Vegemite, the origin
That's how
story.
it was
the
made.
Wolverine.
That's how it was named. We're not quite there yet, though. Vegemite first appeared on the market in 1923. And what they were emphasizing back then was that it was healthy for children. Which, it's got folate and vitamin B3 in it, I think.
I'll take you through some health benefits of it later on.
Yeah, absolutely. But here's something weird. This Vegemite has a history of this. We'll talk about this in another moment. Faced with growing competition from Marmite, they decided to change the name again. So from 1928 to 1935, they actually stopped calling it Vegemite and they called it Parwill.
Parwill?
It was based on this incredibly ridiculous phrase, I guess. So their advertising slogan was Marmite, but Parwill.
Marmite.
Like mum might, but Pa will.
I see.
It's not a great idea to change the entire name of your product.
Pa will.
Yeah, for a 7-year period. It did not do well.
No.
People did not like it.
No.
So they changed it back to Vegemite in 1935,
straight.
yeah. But, yeah. They rose back. In 1939, it was officially endorsed by the British Medical Association as a rich source of B vitamins.
Yep.
And it began being rationed to Australia during World War II. started being put in the Australian Army rations, and they actually had their little, I guess, thing that they put out to people. What's the word? I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I have no idea what the word is because you're not describing it very well.
No, I'm not doing well at all. Look, this is what they said in all of their advertising. Vegemite fights with the men up north. If you are one of those who don't need Vegemite medicinally, then thousands of invalids are asking you to deny yourself of it for the time being.
Oh, so like their slogan.
Yeah.
Slogans
It's not really. It's a long slogan.
Selling point.
Basically, they were like, this stuff's really good for you medicinally. Don't know if that's true. We need to give it to the boys in the war. You need to sacrifice.
So other countries were giving up on their metal and their gunpowders and stuff, and Australians were giving up their Vegemite.
It's
How
a big
bloody
deal.
good.
Can you imagine if they asked us to give up Vegemite now?
I think that would be the starting of Les Mis 2, the Australian Revolution.
Look down, look down.
I'd be throwing glass at
I
everyone.
would not be happy about it, that's for sure. But by the late 1940s, Vegemite was in 9 out of 10 homes.
Wow.
And I think you'll find it's now probably 11 out of 10 homes.
I have actually seen it in 12 out of 8 homes.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal.
Absolutely. I think, and most Australians know this, the rise in popularity, specifically for Vegemite, was helped by a special jingle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm pretty sure most people would be able to sing this jingle just off the top of their head, but it was written by J. Walter Thompson and began in 1954, and it used a group of smiling, healthy young kids, and they sang the song. Do you want to sing the song, Leon? Will we sing the song?
I'll sing some of it. I'm not sure if I know every single
You don't know
word.
all
I'm
of it?
afraid. Let's see.
Okay.
We're happy little Vegemites for breakfast, lunch, and tea. What?
Why would they be
I
happy
don't know.
little Vegemites for breakfast?
Okay, so is it bright as bright can be?
As bright as bright can be.
Okay, let's go. We all enjoy our Vegemite for breakfast, lunch, and tea.
Our mummy says we're growing stronger every single week because we love our Vegemite. We all enjoy our Vegemite. It puts a rose in every cheek. Woo! And the crowd goes wild. Yeah, that's the song. I can't believe you don't know it that well.
I just screwed up. The funny thing is that I couldn't remember it, but as soon as we got into it, I got to it. Everyone else should also know that Tim and I were punching the air as we were singing certain parts.
I've actually been at like parties and stuff where this has come on kind of in like a remix form.
Okay.
And everybody has sung it. Everybody knows this song.
This is the equivalent of like the Round the Twist remix. Like I would lose my
everyone
nut
knows,
if this
everyone
came
knows Round the Twist as well.
So that 1954, the year my dad was born, is when the launch of Vegemite, which I think is not a coincidence that my father and the launch of Vegemite came at the same time.
Oh yeah, they said unto each generation a hero would be born. Your father was the hero, and he was heralded by, as in the same way Jesus was heralded by the star.
Yep.
That was followed by the 3 wise men. Your father's birth was heralded by
The Rise
this
of Vegemite.
amazing jingle, The Rise of Vegemite, which went on radio 1954 and television 1956.
Amazing. And they it has been rejigged once in a while, but I know recently they've gone back to just playing the actual original audio where it's all crackling and stuff, because it just gives some nostalgic feel
They
to
put
it.
it back and forth every now and then. It rose. It came back in the 1980s again, and then throughout our life, it's been on and off every now and then.
Now, Tim, what else do I need to know about
What
Vegemite?
else do you need to know? Gee whiz. Look, like we mentioned, Australia is a land that is growing and culturally we're becoming very multicultural and engaging a lot of new cultures and peoples as they come to Australia. So in 1980s, in the 1980s, I couldn't get a specific year for some weird reason.
Okay.
It was certified kosher.
Yes.
And then very recently, actually, in 2010, the Kashrut Authority in New South Wales deemed it halal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to be able to enjoy it.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's really cool that we have it there now. But here's the other fact I was looking for. In 1984, a 115 gram jar of Vegemite became the first product in Australia to be electronically scanned at a checkout.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what I need to know.
So these are the important facts about Vegemite. It has been a backbone of this country for a long time, and it's currently produced here in Melbourne, Port Melbourne, at a manufacturing facility.
Really?
And they make 22 million jars per year.
Do you know, back when I was in school, and probably when you were in school as well, the population of Australia was only like 22 million.
Yeah.
So they are now making per year the amount of people that were in the country when I was in like primary school.
Yeah, exactly.
And a jar of Vegemite will last you about a week, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Tim?
Bloody delicious stuff. But that's Tim's fact rundown of the Vegemite world.
Man, I'll tell you what, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
I'm not sure whether that's a compliment or not.
But here's the thing. History's great. Everyone loves a bit of history. And theoretical knowledge is brilliant.
Okay.
But it's not good unless you have practical applications, Timothy.
Okay.
Tim?
Yeah,
Timothy? Timberley. Is it Timberley?
Yes. Timberley is my Christian name.
Now, I want to talk to everyone about how to eat it, because here's the big issue. The main reason that people don't enjoy Vegemite, is my theory, is because they don't know how to eat it properly. They think it's like Nutella. They put a spoon in the jar and they eat it straight from the spoon, which I can do, but I'm Australian.
Yeah,
so,
if you're unfamiliar with the taste, I would definitely not recommend that. But me and my sister, you know that you go to a hotel and you get the jams and
Yeah,
stuff?
the
a
tiny
lot of
little-
Australian hotels have a similar little jam
Yeah.
thing, but they put Vegemite in it.
Yeah.
And my sister... Both of them, I think, actually. And I will steal those, and we'll just lick them.
See, this is the
Like
thing
a
is that
lollipop.
I was at when I was at school camp last year or something, that was one of the challenges. And some of the kids really struggling. I was like, I do that for fun.
Oh,
I do it for
I fucking
flavor.
love Vegemite.
Anyway, so the best way to start with Vegemite, and this is how everyone would have started with Vegemite, is that you get toast with butter or margarine. And then you spread some Vegemite on it. Just a thin layer to start. You just want to get accustomed to it.
You don't want to get too thick.
You want to have a good kind of ratio of butter to Vegemite. And I think we would have all had it in little like strips and stuff cut by our parents and that. Delicious. So good.
I had that for breakfast yesterday, actually.
Yeah, I have it like pretty regularly as well. I think it's important to know that I think in our house where there are 4 people living, I'm pretty sure there are 3 jars of Vegemite.
I know, I finished mine yesterday as well. I have to go to the shops and get more.
Well, get away from mine. The important thing, though, is that there's another level. I think the next level of Vegemite is the most iconic level.
Oh, yeah. It's a combination, if you're talking what I think you're talking.
I believe we probably are.
Probably are. It's a combination decreed by the gods themselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Vegemite and cheese.
Oh.
Synonymous.
Macarena. It's
synonymous.
Yeah. And you can eat it either, you can melt the cheese or you can not melt the cheese.
Yep.
It works either way.
I prefer it when you put it on hot toast, so it's just it just melts a little bit, but it's still hard.
Did your mum my mum used to make tiger toast?
Was that with the strips?
Yeah, it's like strips of cheese. So
Yeah.
the cheese doesn't cover everything.
Yeah, no.
You get a little bit of
like
the saltiness, then cheese.
Like a
Saltiness.
tiger.
Similar to a tiger, yeah.
Now, here's how good Vegemite and cheese is, everybody. At Baker's Delight, you can get a cheesy mite scroll.
Oh, God,
which
I'm getting
is
hungry.
purely delicious. It's like some kind of delicious dough that they lay out, and then they like lather Vegemite inside it, and they scroll it up, and they put cheese on it, and then you get to the center, which is just pure Vegemite. Oh,
It's like a cinnamon scroll, but
Vegemite
replace
and
it with
cheese.
Vegemite and cheese. Oh
And
my God, it's so good.
Even better, I thought you were going to get to this in your history. I can't remember the year, but do you remember when Cheesy Bite or I Might came out?
Oh yeah, no, this was the thing that I did. I was going to mention it. Yeah,
Yeah.
What did they call it? It's called Cheesy Mite now, where they.
I think it's called, is it
literally
Cheesy Mite or Cheesy Bite?
Cheesy. I don't know. Cheesy Mite.
Maybe.
What would they
Anyway,
call it?
but when it came out, again,
yeah.
competition to name it, and because it was like the 2000s and iPods were the thing, they called it I Might.
Yeah.
Like that didn't stick. So basically, I Might or Cheesy Bite it's like cream cheese mixed in with the Vegemite in the jar.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever had any though.
I did. It's actually really, really
But
good.
you can get things like, you can get bagel bites with Vegemite, which are delicious. You can get Vegemite flavored Smith's chips for a while, which
I
were
recently
delicious.
saw that there are some pies,
Yes.
meat pies, which is an episode we'll do in the future.
Yes.
That have Vegemite in them, which we have not bought yet, and which I will be going to the shops immediately after recording this episode
Yes.
to purchase.
4 and 20, I think, that are doing the Vegemite meat pies.
Yes, probably.
Which is going to be amazing. So, anyway, Vegemite and cheese. I ate Vegemite and cheese every day from preschool until about year 7 or 8 for lunch. Every single day. The only time that it would get replaced would be if you had leftover like roast meat or something else for lunch. But every single day, Vegemite and cheese. And I didn't get sick of it until that time. So that's like 12 years or something. I don't even know. 12 years a slave, is that what it was about?
I will never get sick of Vegemite.
No, but like, I just got sick of having it every single day. So, That also leads me to a very important story. Here's how important Vegemite is to me, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, here we go.
One time, when I was a little boy, I was at Nana's house. Even more Australian than this story is that Nana's dog was called Foster, which is a brand of beer.
It's also a terrible town.
Oh, yeah. And I sat down on the floor with my Vegemite sandwich, and I was told not to do this because Foster would eat it. And you better believe Foster ate that sandwich, and you better believe that I cried because he ate my Vegemite sandwich.
What more do we need to say than dogs love it? Dogs are the greatest thing on the face of the earth. They are pure joy. They are pure happiness. They were given to us by some divine being, whatever you believe in, just to make our lives happier. And those motherfuckers love Vegemite. That means you should love Vegemite.
I was going to say, if you like dogs, then you like Vegemite.
What better endorsement do you need than dogs like Vegemite?
So,
that does it for me.
Now, let me get to some other things. Another classic, Vegemite and tomato. Very, very good.
Yeah.
I think Dad used to like that a lot.
It's the saltiness.
Yeah. So I think the important thing is that a lot of things I'm going to start reading out are going to start sounding very weird to you. But you've just got to remember that Vegemite is a salty paste. So it's basically like putting salt with whatever I say next.
Yeah, it's very salty, umami sort of.
Umami. So another great one, I'm just going to lift my laptop over here because I can't read it over there. Another great one is Vegemite and avocado.
Yes.
Which I did not have until I was in like year 12 or something. I had Vegemite and avocado for the first time.
I think I only had it last year, yeah. But I do like it. It's
very good. So now we're going to get into the weird world of Vegemite. Some of these I've tried, some of them I haven't. So I do Vegemite with everything. I go a bit mental. Vegemite and chocolate brownies. I want these.
I'd like to try it. I'd definitely give it a try.
Well, you've got to balance out salty and sweet flavors.
No, remember Cadbury did
the Vegemite chocolate. Yeah.
I actually really liked it.
Vegemite chocolate was very good. It was like having some kind of creamy mint or something inside, but it was Vegemite. Oh.
Yeah.
Vegemite and pasta is another one.
I can see that.
So you just mix it together. It's just salty. Vegemite chocolate ganache sounds good.
Yeah,
Give it to
that's
me.
yeah.
A Vegemite quesadilla. So what you do is you put the Vegemite on the base of the tortilla, then you put cheese on top of it and melt it, and then put your toppings on top of that. I think Tim's just gone into some kind of shock because he's realised that's a delicious idea. I am rock hard.
That sounds amazing.
So turgid. There was one that was for Vegemite soup with lamb, but...
Oh my God.
But here's the thing. The Vegemite's not in the soup. The Vegemite is the lamb marinade. Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
I want that so much.
Another delicious sounding dessert was it was caramel pots with dark chocolate ganache. But you mix, I think, the Vegemite in with the caramel to try and balance out the sweetness and then have dark chocolate ganache as well. Sounds so good. All of this sounds very good. And there are recipes for all of these things on the internet.
Do we need to open a Vegemite cafe?
I already have, actually. Can we go there after the show?
That's a copyright, by the way. You can't steal that idea. That's our idea.
So the next 4 I have tried and I eat on regular basis.
Okay.
Vegemite and banana. Very good.
Yeah, you talk about this one. This one does not have me convinced.
It's very good. And I didn't even come up with this. I got told by Ashley, who got told by her boss, to have that. Ashley being my sister. To have that. And it was delicious. I love it.
Bananas are sweet, which is fine. We've learnt that sweet and Vegemite goes together. But I just... no. I don't think that one's going to be a good one.
Yeah. Another thing is that you can replace like soy sauce with Vegemite. Now, I've done it before where I've put it with hot water and poured it into a stir fry. But
similar
I also
taste.
read somewhere that people will use it as a substitute in sushi, which I'm not sure on that one. That'd be interesting.
No, it makes sense because they're both they're similar, very similar.
Just
taste.
Salty taste.
Yeah.
I've got a friend at work who tells me that I think at her grandpa's they used to have Vegemite soup, which was just Vegemite in warm water, and that's what they drank. Well, it's like what is it that Borox? Is that what that hot drink is?
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking
I don't know.
about.
Someone tell us what that hot soupy stock thing is that people drink. Now the last 2 are the controversial ones.
Okay.
So you got Vegemite and chicken. Usually shaved chicken, but you can also do it with just normal chicken on a sandwich.
I can see that.
These are on sandwiches, by the way.
Yeah.
And then the one that I maintain I invented, and the one that Mum would not make it for me. She would always say, "I'm not making that on a sandwich. What else do you want?" Vegemite and tuna. Delicious.
That sounds disgusting.
It does, but you got to think that it's fish with salt.
I can't. Yeah, I get it. I don't like fish though. I eat tuna in specific ways, and I can't deal with it in other ways.
It is so good.
That's a no from me, dog.
But you got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, like I'm not saying if this is your first time Vegemite, go and tango one of these bad boys. You've
No,
got
no,
to
no,
start at the base level. I've been having Vegemite for nearly 25 years now.
Yep.
You can't expect me to just, keep eating the same thing. I've got to try new things. You've got to experiment in life. Keep
Dip your
life
toe
exciting.
in that thick black viscous liquid. Then pull your toe up and wipe it on a piece of toast with well-proportioned butter and eat that.
Or just suck it off your toe. Now, the last couple of things I'm going to go through are health benefits. Because I've lived 25 years, and I think it's all to do with Vegemite.
Yeah, I think alchemists throughout the ages have been searching for the elixir of life. We found it.
Oh, yeah, we found it in Australia. Oh,
Callister found it. It's called Vegemite.
wait, sorry, did you guys not know that?
Yeah.
Oh, right, because Australians live forever.
The Philosopher's Stone in Harry Potter is actually, it's just a big, hard, congealed rock of Vegemite.
Sorry, I meant 25 years in my current form.
Yeah.
I've been around for a lot longer than that.
Of course.
So this is straight from a health website, this quote.
Yeah.
The paste is packed with B vitamins containing a great big dollop of niacin, riboflavin, and thiamine. It also has 50% of the recommended daily intake for folate, which is good for pregnant women, and for nails and hair growth.
If I ever get pregnant.
Yep. I also like that when I said nails and hair growth, I pointed at my head because Tim's the only one here. You'll also get a good dose of calcium, magnesium, potassium, iron, selenium, whatever that is. I think it's Selena Gomez in a jar.
Yeah.
These
all like a dose of
vitamins
that.
are known to help keep the skin and eyes healthy, improve cell health, boost the digestive system, and keep your nerves in check.
Keep them in check.
Yeah. Oi.
Hey.
Stop it.
Sit down.
Stop twitching.
Listen to your mother. We've had enough of it.
Like, what can't this do? Now, this next one is very real for me. Hangover cure. Nothing beats. Go out, have a bit too many of the Melbourne bitters, a bit too many of the VBs, a bit too many of the Fosters, and you come home and the next day you wake up and you're in a bit of pain. And because if you have a bit of Vegemite, it's like how people have Barocca, because Barocca is vitamin B. So you just have Vegemite instead on toast, and it literally makes you feel so much better.
And it's brewers. It's like leftover brewers extract as well. They say hair of the
dog. It's a morning sickness cure allegedly. Although I feel like if your morning sickness is bad enough, even Vegemite can't help you.
Yeah, probably not.
But it can cure that. As you mentioned before, it went with our soldiers over to the Anzacs. Even better though, it goes with our astronauts into outer space.
Do we have astronauts?
If we do, they have Vegemite.
Rightio then.
The last one is another very legitimate one that I have used many times. Ulcers in your mouth.
Really?
If you have an ulcer, there are two different options. Some people put toothpaste on it, some people put Vegemite on it. Taste-wise, Vegemite is better than toothpaste.
There's a third option, vodka. Do you not know that one?
I just drink vodka anyway, so...
Yeah.
But put that on an ulcer, it'll clear it up. It burns, it hurts.
Oh, yeah.
But it really does it. The other one is acne, which I've never actually put Vegemite on that, but it would do it, because it would probably dry it out with the saltiness.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, Tim.
Yes.
Those are the ways that you can eat Vegemite.
That's you've covered more than eating. You've given us some practical uses.
I think the world
outside of the mouth.
The world and the Australian public need to know that it is bloody good for you.
It's a one shoe fits all sort of. That's not what it is, but you know what I mean.
Let's just say that my beard wouldn't be as luscious and my voice wouldn't be as deep if I didn't have Vegemite on my side.
Yep, and I'd be like 20 times uglier, and I'm already pretty ugly. So that's
it's helped him a lot.
God bless Vegemite. God bless us all.
God bless this country.
Can you hear that music?
I can hear something.
I think it might be. This is the first episode. I think it might be the first time for Harold Holt Watch. Has enough time passed?
I think so. We waited a while.
Yeah, we waited quite a while. Look, it's Harold Holt Watch.
Yes.
The amazing segment of Jaeger Day.
Yes.
Look, we're taking things a little bit differently. We're letting you send in your tips, and we're going to read tips and what are the words I'm thinking of?
Tip-offs, sightings?
Tip-offs.
Not just your tips. Here's the tip on how to find Harold Holt.
Yeah.
Tip-offs.
Yeah, so if you have seen Harold Holt, if you have heard of him, if you have a special story, you send it through to us via email, Facebook message, carrier pigeon,
yes,
regular mail, which seems redundant now, but I guess you could do that. Look, we actually got an email already.
Should we?
Which is exciting.
before that, just give that a really quick synopsis of Harold Holt for our new listeners.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
So Harold Holt, I don't have the specifics in front.
No, we don't need... Harold Holt was an Australian Prime Minister.
Yes, of course. Okay.
And one day, Harold Holt went for a swim in Victoria.
He did.
And he has never returned. But the body hasn't been found. So we maintain that Harold Holt's still out there. And there are a lot of conspiracy theories about where he is. So we have taken it on ourselves. It is our job, just as it is our job to tell the Australian public what's good and the world what's good, to find Harold Holt.
Beautifully put.
Thanks so much. Tim,
Eloquently summed up. Thank you for taking charge in that situation. I was just ready to read. Here we are. I've got the letter here. This is from a young man named Trent. I'm going to read it out to you. So he says, Dear Tim and Leon, hello, how are you guys going today? I read that weirdly. We're good.
Yeah. Thanks, Trent. That's nice.
Thank you for asking. How about yourself? You don't need to answer. You obviously can't. My name is Trent, and I am 10 years old.
Oh, bless.
I live in Portsea, Victoria. That's actually near...
where Harold went.
Mr. Holt went missing, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
At school, we are doing a project on Australian Prime Ministers, and I chose to do Harold Holt.
God bless him.
When I was doing some research on the internet, I saw a lot of pictures of Harold Holt. I think he looks a lot like my next-door neighbour, but when I asked my neighbour his name, he told me to go play in traffic.
Oh, no.
I have 2 questions. 1, do you think my neighbour is Harold Holt? And 2, what are the best games to play in traffic? Thank you, Trent.
Oh, Trent. Now, Trent, first of all, thank you so much for writing in, Trent. It means a lot. It's great to know that kids are listening, because this is the most educational show at all, ever.
And I've always said it's very fucking kid-friendly.
Yeah, I think it's more kid-friendly than any fucking other show that there is. See, the thing is, there are international listeners going, oh, they're saying fucking, but they're Australian kids going, yeah, too right, mate. Trent, question number 1. Do we think Harold Holt is your neighbour? Yes.
Yeah, almost definitely.
It sounds likely.
Like I said, the Portsea is very close to the beach.
Yep.
Down in the Mornington Peninsula of Victoria.
Yep.
Where Harold Holt went missing.
Yep.
So, I mean...
But you know what they say? If it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's Harold Holt.
Yeah, more than likely.
I think is the way
he
that's
did have very duck-like features. Yeah, I would go out on a limb and say that this is definitely Harold Holt.
Yeah. And then... Second question is another great one, and I've got a lot of experience in this area myself. I don't know about you, Tim, but games to play in traffic. You can play how many times can I get back before I get severely injured. You can play Spotto, but I also get hit by the same car. You can play handball with a car's grill, and it gets closer and closer. It's kind of like Pong. It gets closer to you. Any games... Tim, what do you think?
I think probably the best one to play is a good game of catch. But what you want to be doing is you want to be throwing the ball as hard as you can, and you want to get a 6-stitcher. A 6-stitcher, for those who don't know, is a cricket ball. And these motherfuckers are very, very solid balls. You want to be out there, you want to be causing a ruckus. Because what is playing in traffic? You're going to get hurt yourself, you want to hurt someone else. Yeah. Everyone wants to have a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I would
go.
Good
time hurting each other. Trent, thank you so much. Guys, if you want to send in any mail or emails or anything, you can send it to us at our Gmail at yeahg'daypodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
Just make sure you take a picture of whatever you send to us, because we can't send it back to you.
Yeah.
If you send in any, if you send us any kind of memorabilia, which we'd love some memorabilia. Yeah, thanks, Trent.
Yeah, thanks, Trent. You've really helped us out on that one.
Yeah.
So that's something we're going to be doing every now and then. We've got some other stuff lined up for our upcoming episodes.
It sure is. We've got 2 segments that we'll be running, and you'll hear the next segment next week. We're not going to tell you what it is just yet.
Yeah, but we hope you've liked this episode on Vegemite.
Vegemite. Vegemite. Oh, that actually goes quite well.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. That is correct spelling. No, we hope you've learnt a bit. We hope you're ready to go out into the world and just apply Vegemite to your daily life.
Yeah.
That's what I hope.
I'm actually, as much as we're starting a cafe, I'm actually starting the Church of Vegemite, where Vegemite be thy name. I'll fill you in on the details a bit later on. I don't want to say it on air just yet.
Yeah, fair call.
So, for those of you that are new to this, which there should be plenty of you, you may not know that Tim and I have done this for about a year already. So there's a whole bunch of archived stuff that you can listen to if you like the sound of our voices and you want to hear us doing some different stuff. But we're in a different direction now, so you don't get too thrown off.
Yes, sir.
And coming up, we're going to do, as I said, people... we're literally doing like people, places, things, animals, food. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be a real party.
It's going to be a great party. If you've got any suggestions for episodes about Australia, that you want us to talk about, we can also get that going.
Let us know.
So if you want to find us, the best place to go is www.yeahg'day.com.
Yeah, from there you can get links to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter we use also.
Yep, SoundCloud.
SoundCloud is where all of our vocal renderings.
Vocal noises.
Recordings.
SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and pretty much any Android podcatcher.
Yeah.
And I think our tag is usually at G'day Podcast or
Absolutely.
at G'day Podcast.
But yeah, come find us.
It's going to be great. Tim, I'm so excited. We have to give a big thank you to Teylor Smirl for our cover art, which is a real beauty.
Absolutely. And to Curtis Fernance for the music for both our introduction, outroduction, and of course the Harold Holt Watch.
It's beauty.
And that pretty much wraps us up for today. That's Vegemite.
It's Vegemite. Go
That's
out and have
Vegemite
some.
in a jar.
Go out and have some. Go out and love it. Go out and get into it.
Absolutely.
Well, Tim, as always. Yeah, g'day, Tim.
Yeah, g'day, Leon.
Yeah, g'day, everyone.
Yep, g'day, everyone. Catch you on the flippity flop.